Welcome back. SAA Business rescue practitioners have confirmed that all the conditions for the restructuring plan have now been met. The Department of Public Enterprises says a letter to satisfy the outstanding funding commitments was signed and sent to the creditors last night. Our business editor, Xolani Mbanjwa, joins me now. Xolani, good afternoon to you. Okay, finally the end of SAA as we know it. You have told me that before.
Yes, indeed. We all thought that, some of the conditions, particularly this letter that would have been signed by Department of Public Enterprises Minister and National Treasury to commit to the 10.4 billion rand sourcing the funding. We all thought that we were there, but the business rescue practitioners came back and said no. And they had a meeting on Friday where they were talking about this and said that if that condition of the letter is not met by the end of day yesterday, then they would have to meet by the end of the week to actually restructure the business rescue plan. That doesn't have to happen anymore because they just confirmed a couple of hours ago that indeed that they received that letter and it fulfills the final condition, which is so important for the new airline to be born, a new road that is now being set, a new path, and it means that severance packages can go ahead being paid, streamlining it, coming to a new SAA. But before we even get there, we still need to get a funder, someone who's going to be an equity partner, someone who's going to buy 51% and maybe pay 10 billion rands. There are people who seemingly are interested out there, but as we've seen with SA Express, with Com Air, and this one, business rescue processes tend to be a nightmare.
Okay, and then what's next for SAA 2.0? Sorry, 2.1.
A smaller airline, it has to pass the test. What we definitely know is that the money, the 10.4 billion rand, cannot come from you and I, cannot come from the fiscus. It should come from elsewhere, from other funders. I'm wondering also if it can be guaranteed by National Treasury. Maybe not so much. I don't think anyone wants that, because we've had almost 30 billion rands in guarantees and loans going to SAA. Look where we are today. So the next step for now is to actually make sure that there's an interim CEO now on board. There could be a new board, interim board that is, it comes to work and actually streamlines and actually, chooses the right routes, chooses the right size airlines and aircraft rather. So it's choosing a new name maybe, Ndiza or something like that. So it's a long process, but finally we are here, and I don't foresee that we are going to be talking about those conditions not being met again in the near future. But these processes are a nightmare.
Xolani and Mbanjwa, I don't know if you've been to our Tambo back before COVID. Sometimes you'd look at the departure lounge and you'd actually see that there are flights from Joburg to Sishen. It's a tiny town in the Northern Cape.
Yes.
Why would there be flights to Sishen? Because Kumba Iron Ore is there, right? They've seen a 17% drop in first half earnings. It's the world's fourth largest producer of iron ore. They're blaming the dip on. I'll give you a hint. It's a virus. Still, the group remaining upbeat about its ability to weather the storm. Yes,
very upbeat. They've done very, very well when it comes to, keeping the operations going. And they're actually saying that the quick recovery, the V-shaped recovery that we've seen in China has actually helped Kumba Iron Ore, because China consumes a lot of the steel, and that has actually kept them going. And it's something that is quite important for them, that China has done so well.